Hello and welcome to my channel once again. Today we will be learning about a tutorial on Google Classroom. It's a very important tool, very powerful tool to manage your classroom, give assignments, check and return. So open your Google Chrome and go to Google Apps, scroll down to Classroom. Once you open it, you will be able to view the dashboard of Google Classroom. I have already created a few rooms over here, as you can see, 9B, 12B and E, 10D and E, 10B, etc. You can create a new classroom by clicking on this plus button, which is used for creating or joining a class as a student. So for either of the two, you will have to click on that plus button. Once you click on that, you can either join or create. So from a teacher's perspective, I am clicking on create class. So once you click on that, make sure in this notification you say that you have read the instructions and you are not using it for a school professionally, you are using it for your personal use. Checkbox, click on continue. Now you will be required to give a class name, which can be dummy, and put in a section. Like if your class is standard 10, you can put in standard 10. Section, say it's section A. Subject, suppose you're teaching computers, you write computers. Room, not applicable, it can be room numbers or some other notifications, but then you don't need it. Click on the create button, your class will be created. Once the class gets created, now this time is because of network issues. So once the class gets created, you will be able to see your dummy class. You can change the theme by clicking on this select theme thing, and then say whatever is your subject. If it's English and history, you can click on that and get relevant themes. In my case, I'll click on, say if it's computers, I go to general, there is a computer thing over here, I click on this and select the class theme. So the theme will be applied to your class. Once it's done, you will be able to communicate with your class. Before doing that, you can share your certain topics with your class over here, and you can also send the class code so that students are able to join your class. Now there are 4 options: stream, classwork, people and grades. You can also go to people and click on this plus button to invite students, and you can copy this link and send it through either email or through WhatsApp. Okay, right now I'm clicking on the cancel button because I'm not adding in any students right now. Okay, now stream is a place where you communicate with your students and the students communicate within themselves. So make sure whenever you are assigning tasks, it is not through stream, it is through classwork, because otherwise the students will be able to see each other's work. So you go to classwork and then you click on the create class create assignment. You can create an assignment or a quiz assignment or questions, material, or you can reuse post. I'll tell you later about what is the benefit of reusing a post. So I click on assignment and say I already have a pre-created assignment, and give a title to this assignment, say a test, and certain instructions. Submit within specified time, etc. Something which you can add as instructions. Click on this add button, go to your file that you have already created as a question paper, which can be a doc file or a docx file or a PDF. Click on the browse button. This will take you to your own explorer, and say standard 10 computers. I've already created a question paper on computers. Click on the open button. This will open the relevant assignment. Now when this assignment gets opened, there are multiple ways of assigning things. Either you can save it as a draft. If you save it as a draft, it will not be immediately shown in their assignment screen. So you can assign it right away, so it will be shown in their assignment screen. Certain other things are also important, like points. Over here I can give a point of 10 and I can assign it to all students or to some specific students, as the case may be. And for suppose this question paper is meant for standard 10D, standard 10B, standard 10A. You can select multiple classes from here and then you can assign it, so all the classes will get the same question paper. Right now I'm doing it for only the dummy class, say, and no due date. You can add in a due date, click on this and say I want it by tomorrow, so I click on 31st October, and time is optional. You can add say 10 AM. You just write 10 AM, it will select the appropriate format. See, it shows 10:00 AM. No topic. I can add in a topic by clicking on create a topic, and I can write over here say Java. Rubric, you can add in a few rubrics like certain rules for answering your question paper. And then this is important. Over here there are three options. Student can view file, student can edit file, and make a copy for each student. If you are going for question papers and you have got any doubt, like if they can share their work or you don't want them to share their work, then what you can do is you can make a copy for each student. So it's like not the same question paper being distributed throughout the class. It's a photocopy of one single question paper being given to each and every individual student. In that case, if the student makes any changes in the file, it will not be reflected in others' file. So a general instruction that you click on make a copy for each student, that will make things simple, and you will also be relaxed that students are not sharing their work. And then you can click on the assign button. Once you click on the assign button, the work will be assigned to them and it will be shown in the classwork. This time is basically because of the network issues. So this is added in the classwork. You can go to that particular class, like in dummy class. I can visit, I can click on this, and then I can see how many have turned in. So it has been assigned to 0 and no one has turned in. Reason being, there is no student in this class. Once there are students in this class, they can turn in, and then once they turn in, you can click on the turn in thing and see how many people have answered. Then you can check and return the work. I will not be able to show you that right now because right now no student has returned the work because there are no students added to this. Okay, this is something that keeps on popping up, so get rid of this. Okay, so students work can be returned from here. So this is a basic instructions for you to create a classroom and assign work and check their work. And you can again, now certain people have a confusion that how to remove a class. You can click on this dummy class and then one second, I'll go to this classes, and suppose I want to remove this class. You cannot delete a class right away. So what you have to do is you'll have to archive a class. Once you archive a class, you will be able to see the archived class in one single group. Over here you scroll it down, you'll be able to see the archived classes. Click on the archived classes, and over here you will be able to see copy, restore and delete. So you can delete the class from here, and then you will no longer be able to see the class. So you can delete the class from here. Now it will be gone from my dashboard. Okay, so it's gone. See, it's not there. Now suppose the assignments that you have given, like I have given some assignments to my students, and there are people those who have turned in. I'm showing just a glance of this for standard 10. See, 13 people have turned in. I can click on this and then I can see the students those who have turned in. So I can see this Ion Tonk, this person has turned in. I can click on the particular file and then I can get the thing going. I can check and I can return. See, you can see a return button over here. Okay, this is the mock test. He's made some spelling mistake over here. Okay, that's not an issue. You can correct it from here. You can just select a text and you can put in some comments and you can manage the notifications also from here. And then when you click on this, it goes to the child back. From here, return the submission and return multiple submission. You can have multiple, and you can put in a grade also, means how much marks the particular students have received, say 9 out of 10. This is just an example I'm showing you. Okay, one thing that you should be careful about is if you are deleting a particular work, like for 10D, this was an assignment. If I click on this triple dot and I remove it or delete the work from here, like, then all the grades will be removed. Right now I have not yet graded the students, that's why it is not being deleted. Once you have graded the students and then later on you delete the task or the assignment, then all the grades will also be deleted.